Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into an emotional story from 100 years ago about a king and his government. Let's get started. Once upon a time, 100 years ago, there was a wise and kind king named Alaric, who ruled the beautiful kingdom of Eldoria. He became king at a young age after his father passed away, and he was determined to be the best ruler he could be. King Alaric had big dreams for his kingdom. He wanted to make life better for his people, with new ideas and changes that would bring prosperity to everyone. But there was a problem. The king's government, made up of older ministers who had served under his father and grandfather, didn't like change. They believed in the old ways and were afraid that King Alaric's new ideas would disrupt the stability of the kingdom. They started to push back against his plans, rejecting them at every turn. As time passed, the relationship between the king and his ministers grew tense. King Alaric, who once felt supported by these wise men, now felt alone and isolated. He was surrounded by people, yet he felt like he had no one to talk to, no one who truly understood him. One cold winter's night, King Alaric sat alone in the grand hall of his castle, staring at the empty throne. He felt overwhelmed by the weight of his responsibilities and the loneliness that came with being king. He began to doubt himself, wondering if he was making the right decisions for his kingdom. In that moment, the king realized that the crown had created a distance between him and his ministers, who were once like family to him. He decided that he needed to bridge that gap and bring everyone back together. The next morning, King Alaric called his ministers to a meeting. But instead of giving them orders or presenting new plans, he spoke to them from his heart. He told them about his fears, his doubts, and how much he loved Eldoria. He asked them to help him, not just as his advisors, but as his friends and equals. The ministers were moved by the king's honesty. They began to see him not just as a ruler, but as a person who shared the same love for their kingdom. Slowly, they started to work together, finding a balance between the old traditions and the new ideas. Over time, the kingdom of Eldoria flourished under King Alaric's rule. The king learned that true leadership wasn't just about making big decisions, but about understanding others, working together, and leading with both the mind and the heart. And so, King Alaric's reign became known as a time of peace and prosperity, where the king and his government worked hand in hand to create a brighter future for all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspirational tales from history. See you next time.